Alright, hey, so this is my farewell video. I have been in orchestra, the Alpharetta Orchestra, since freshman year in 2016. Since then, it's been a great journey. I got to experience a lot of things I wouldn't have experienced otherwise. Music was really a relief for me, to have it during the day, during the school day. To go from academics to, that kind of release was really, really nice. I built a ton of friends along the way, and it's just been a really, really great experience. So I guess the way I'm gonna have this speech is just break it up into years. So 2016, 2017, my freshman year, my first day was actually in the first orchestra, concert orchestra, even though I started off in chamber, or what was chamber at the time, which is fiddle now. And I wasn't supposed to be there. I started off in concert orchestra because in middle school I really didn't care that much about orchestra at all. I would sit in the back of the section, shadow bow, barely know how to read notes. And I didn't even audition, I didn't bother to, it didn't really cross my mind until the first day of high school, where I was sitting among my classmates, and I realized that a lot of people didn't know how to play their instruments at all, and I was wondering what I was doing there, being that I've been playing my instrument for the past 3 years. So I did end up having to lie to Dr. Laux. I told him that I was supposed to be put in chamber, and I auditioned for chamber and I got in, and that my teacher from Hopewell, Miss Hovick, made a mistake. So the next day, my schedule was changed, and I got put into chamber, which was probably the best thing that happened to me out of all 4 years for orchestra, because that really that really led to me being pushed and into a direction I wanted to, being challenged. I made friends that I wouldn't have made otherwise. I met my best friend, still my best friend, Amog, and I met Max, who graduated 2 years ago. We had a lot of fun. They convinced me to switch to play the viola, which I don't regret at all, of course. But yeah, that was a ton of fun. And yeah, freshman year was really an experience. So was sophomore year. Sophomore year, I was led on into the Sinfonia. And I had a great time that year too. However, I started slacking a bit more. I didn't really get into the rhythm. I didn't really bother to practice that much, and that caused me to get held back into Sinfonia again. I really regretted it that year because all my friends went on, even though I stayed, even though I knew why I stayed. And that caused me to be pushed a little more, challenge myself more, and I really put everything I had into my symphony audition in order to guarantee that I got in, and I did, which I was really happy about. I've had a lot of great experiences and stories with the people I've met in, orchestra. It's been from KSU to LGPE to concerts held. It's been a ton of fun. So yeah, I have absolutely no regrets in joining orchestra. My brother, Sammy, is now a upcoming sophomore. I've always encouraged him to continue playing, even though I see a lot of me in him, and that he doesn't really have that much motivation at that time. I really want him to see the value in the long run, and I really think he will. And yeah, I just think, playing in the orchestra is a really valuable experience, and I have absolutely no regrets in it. Now, as far as the will goes, I don't really have a specific item at the time. I have one in mind, but I still need to find it. But the people I will be giving it to are Sammy and Ebony. I'm going to be giving it to them through my brother, since I'm not going to see them for a while now. Once school gets back in session, I'm going to give the items to my brother, and he's going to find Ebony and Sammy in their orchestra and hand these items to them. Just haven't really found it yet. But when I will, I'll definitely make sure to give it to him. Yeah, that's my speech. Again, I've really valued, the experiences and the friendships, the relationships I built on from being in the Alpharetta Orchestra. And I'm definitely going to continue to play in college. Even, scholarships and all that aside, I just think it's a really valuable experience, and it's a huge relief from the day. Music is just like an escape for me. And yeah, all right, thanks. It's been great.
Orchestra truly has been one of, if not the best part of high school, and I really am going to miss all the people so much, but thank you all for making it what it is.
Hey, it's Palin. I just like to thank everyone that I met through orchestra and everyone that's really been with me throughout my whole orchestra career. Orchestra really had one of the biggest impacts on me throughout my high school career, because when I joined as a freshman, I wasn't in symphony, so I was super bummed. But throughout the year, I realized that it didn't matter what orchestra I was in. Everyone was always there and supportive, especially Dr. Lux. No one really cared how good you were, how long you've been playing, what you were really doing. Instead, everyone really bonded with each other, and that's something that I really haven't had in any other class or any other place, like other than orchestra. And it was really nice to have that feeling right when I entered high school as a freshman. Sophomore year was probably one of my favorite years throughout high school, and it had a lot to do with orchestra. One of my fondest memories was from orchestra, and it was when we were auditioning for Midwest, and like the different things that happened, like when the roof was leaking, or like when we almost had like a perfect recording, and then the door slammed. Those little things are things that you remember, and it's really something that I'm gonna remember for a long time. And the audition for Midwest and like the whole year, it really contributed to like why I enjoyed my sophomore year just so much. And then junior year, when we actually went to Chicago, when we went to Midwest, it was literally like an unforgettable moment that I will cherish to like forever. And it was because I hadn't really gone to Chicago before. I don't think I had, and so it was the first time I had gone. But it wasn't just by myself or with my family. It was with like everyone in orchestra. So like it was nice to like go to different places, go to the museums, and like go with like everyone that was in orchestra with me. And not only was it like an honor to be there and to go there, but it was just a privilege to have the opportunity to do so. And all of it, I just all of it, it's because of everyone that's in orchestra, everyone that put the hard work, put the effort in. And you don't really see that everywhere. You don't see that with all your classes. You don't see that with other orchestras. But that's something that I feel like we had within our orchestra. Our orchestra is more than just a group that, played every day for like an hour or like 50-ish minutes every day. No, we really like played together. We'd come in the mornings. People would come at different times and we'd play. And we would really enjoy what we were doing. And although my senior year was cut short, I'll really never forget everything that I learned and really saw within orchestra. I like to thank everyone for being there for me, and for being there to really define what my high school career was, especially Dr. Laux. I wouldn't have the love that I have for music if it wasn't for the kindness and care and supportiveness that Dr. Laux gave me and gave everyone throughout high school. It didn't matter how long you'd been playing. It didn't matter if you were new, if you were really good. He cared for everyone in an equal manner, and he wanted everyone to succeed. And not all teachers are like that. Going through high school, knowing that I'd have the honor of playing within the presence of one of like the best conductors within like the whole country, is something that I literally cannot forget. It's something that I'll cherish forever. I just like to thank everyone for the memories that they gave me, and I hope to continue playing my viola throughout college and beyond.
First, I want to start off with saying thank you, Dr. Laux, so much for all that you've done for us, and thank you for putting up with me and my late work. I can't thank you enough. Thank you for being so caring. Thank you for being dedicated. Thank you for teaching us so much. Thank you for teaching me so much. And thank you for being such a huge influence. You really influenced me. You're the reason why I decided to continue to play after high school. Thank you for always being there, even when it's not music related. We all feel so comfortable with you. We can come to you about anything. You've seen me cry. You've seen me at my lowest, and you're always able to detect when we need a word of encouragement, or we need are you okay? How are you? You're always checking in. and that means so much, you know. Underclassmen, enjoy orchestra. It is a class, and you know, a lot of things are graded, you know, but enjoy it. Try to find your way to express your creativity through music. And I think that's another thing that I'm really grateful for. I was able to find myself through orchestra. You know, it's something about it. You know, go through the journey. I have to go through a journey. So I started playing in my sixth grade year, and I've been playing ever since. There's gonna be times where you're not gonna want to play, you're not gonna feel like practicing, but push yourself to do it. You know, you have people like Dr. Lux that are there for you, to encourage you, that are watching, that want you to be great, but you also gotta want yourself to be great. So not only enjoy, but put in effort. You know, most of all I gotta say is enjoy it. Really enjoy it, and don't take it for granted. You know, learning to play an instrument, it's just an amazing feeling. And it's to say that you're in the orchestra, it's a good look, and it's a good talent to have. You learn so much and gain so many new friends, new relationships. Also challenge yourself to play even harder music. It's amazing, and I'm definitely gonna miss coming in for second period and playing. But I will come and visit Dr. Laux and let you know how I'm doing and see how you're doing and see your new class. I hate that we have to say goodbye this way, but I'll see you again. I'll see everybody again. To my senior class, I hope you all do amazing things. I know you all will do amazing things. This didn't just happen for no reason, and this will really build us for the better, made us stronger. We're prepared for anything now because we know what it's like to have our lives put on pause and a lot of important things put on pause. Now we know for future reference when something else might happen, we're already prepared for it, you know, and there's nothing that can stop us. So good luck to everyone. Best of wishes to everyone. I love you guys. I love you, Dr. Laux. Thank you again. Yeah. Forever Raider, class of 2020. Peace out.
This is my speech for orchestra. Well, will, as you could say. First, high school is going to be the best 4 years of your life. So if you're in 9th grade, 10th grade, even 11th grade, don't rush. Don't rush and say you're grown. Just be a kid. It's so much more fun. I'm not saying I'm old, and I'm not saying I'm grown either, but now it's time for me to go into the real world. And it's just not high school anymore. It's not the same feeling. So don't rush to grow up. Just be in high school for now, and let the future come. Don't rush it. Don't stress. Just let it come naturally. And then, to an orchestra. Orchestra is going to be one of your best experiences to be in. It keeps you busy. You always, it's always a safe place to go. You always have friends there that at school, maybe if you're shy or whatever, and you see someone in orchestra, in orchestra, you can just, go and start a conversation, and there you have a friend to sit with at lunch. It's the community, and, it was always a great community, friendly, and, it was great. And then just do your work. Make sure to do your work so you don't get caught up in not having missing credits. And, senior year, you have to take 3 classes online because you're missing credits. And then, if your schedule gets busy because you want to take all the AP classes and, the college classes, that's important too. But make sure you still do the stuff you love. Like if you love orchestra, if you love photography, if you love, whatever you love to do, make sure you still have, room in your schedule for that. Like maybe they can switch something around, but just don't leave that thing you love for a class. And then last but not least, just have fun. Because it's going to go like that. Just be fun with it. Just have fun.
So, when I was a freshman, I told myself that my senior speech or my final banquet would be the perfect balance of humor and seriousness and gratefulness, but this speech I wrote just mostly feels like a depressing speech, mainly because I cried a lot while writing this, and I cried a lot while trying to film it. It's 6:02 p.m. April 28th, and it's like my fourth attempt filming this video because I'll just end up crying. I've been putting this video off for the past week because filming it and saying it out loud would mean that my orchestra career is finally over. There's a 5-minute limit to this video, so I definitely do not have enough time to say all the things that I want to. I've written each of these underclassmen a letter that I want to deliver to them personally, saying all the things that I'd feel way too awkward to say in a video where everyone can see. So, Devin Baker, Brian Shawn, Aaron Cho, Sloan Park, Maddie Ng, Audrey Yin, Ava Pikaday, Joseph Yu, you will soon get what I truly want to say to you all. And I apologize for being unable to say it on a video. So I'd like this video as an opportunity to thank everyone, and I mean everyone, who has been on my side for all these 4 years. Especially want my old middle school friends to know how freaking crazy it is for all of us to be grown up and going off to college now. I know these are meant to be for underclassmen, but oh, what? Crying again. There are 2 seniors in orchestra that I very much cherish and couldn't imagine my life without. Natalie and Casey helped me throughout high school so much more than I ever could have helped them. I frequently have had episodes of depression and helplessness throughout high school, and especially this quarantine, when I couldn't see any of my close friends at all. Our Zoom leadership interviews, along with your future orchestra managers, Ava and Joseph, were strangely the most fun I've had this entire quarantine. So thank you, Natalie, Casey, Ava, and Joseph, for making me smile and laugh as hard as I could these past couple of weeks. So thank you, friends, and thank you, Dr. Locks, for giving me the memories I'll keep with me for the rest of my life. I'll miss walking into the loud, chaotic room where half our class plays Brawl Stars and shares their food. I'll miss watching the juniors sneakily studying for AP Chemistry, which is the following period. I'll miss playing music from movies. I'll miss the stressful 3-day period called LGPE. I'll miss seeing my friends in their black dresses and tuxedos for concerts. High school was a hell of a ride, but orchestra truly made all of it worth it. Bye.
I'm really sad I have to say goodbye to my family of 4 years, so to lighten up the mood, I'm going to begin with my favorite memory. So, in the beginning of the school year, my senior year, Deena and I immediately found out we were put in symphony together. So, we automatically knew we had to sit next to each other. So, we sat in the very back of the second violin section. And on the first week of school, Deena was just cracking up these jokes. Like, they were insanely funny to me. I don't know why. And I just remember she said something that was so funny that I pushed her a little too hard. So Deena flew all the way to the viola section, and Deena was wearing a skirt that day, so she flashed the whole viola section. So first you heard the violin hit the ground, and then you heard Deena hit the ground. So I love Dr. Locks to death, and I know he cares about Deena, but just the cherry on top of the whole situation, the first thing Dr. Locks asked, Deena, is your instrument okay? That just sums up orchestra for you. I love Deena. I apologized to her, we made up, it was fine, love her, best memory ever. I've had amazing memories in orchestra, but that was just my favorite. So. To continue my video, I just have to make some shout outs to people who definitely impacted me throughout orchestra, and I really don't know where I'd be without them if it wasn't for them. So, first off, Sammy, thank you for being my therapist and always giving me advice and always empowering me to be who I am. Thank you. Ebony, thank you for being the comedian, for being so funny and just being who you are. Yenifer, thank you for always making me laugh. You always sat in front of me and Deena, and you always gave us these weird looks. And I just love you for that. And I'm so glad I got to meet someone like you. Deena, you and I, baby, dream team. Am I right? I'm gonna miss you so much. Please stay in contact with me. Jenna, I know I only met you this year, but I feel like we got really close really fast, and I'm gonna miss you so much. Michelle, we didn't really talk, but every time we sat in a circle together, you just always made me laugh. Like, you were insanely funny, and I'm definitely gonna remember you and your jokes. Austin, you and I rarely talk, but every time I look at you, I just laugh because I tickle you, and yeah. And last but not least, and definitely not a shocker to anyone, Brian, I did not like you my sophomore year. I thought you were annoying. But who would have thought we would have become that annoying class couple? But I don't know where I'd be without you, because you're a really special person to me. And you're funny and annoying. So, and definitely Dr. Laux. I'm gonna miss you a lot. Thank you for being my dad in orchestra, and thank you for, being a therapist and always talking to me when I needed someone, especially when I felt alone. So I just want to thank everyone in orchestra for being the family I didn't know I needed, and thank you for putting up with my unnecessary crying throughout my high school years. I love you guys. Please stay in contact with me, and thank you for always being there for me. You guys will definitely be people I will remember and definitely talk about. Love you guys.
Hi everyone. I know it's a little bit worse than what we'd wanted here. We wanted to be at a banquet, but hey, I'm just happy to be able to talk to you guys now. I just want to let you all know that in the fall I will be attending Mercer University, majoring in creative writing. Now onto my speech. Here we go. Now I'm a senior about to give my speech when just 4 short years ago I was just a cog in the machine that is Alpharetta High School. And then this orchestra came into my life and really saved me. I was very quiet for quite some time with very few friends, but then I met some of the best friends I've ever had in my life. From the bus rides and performances to just hanging out with each other, the memories I have made are some of the best I could have hoped for. I would like to thank Dr. Laux for making this amazing organization as amazing as it is today. I want to thank the violin section, both seconds and first, I played with you both, for welcoming me into their family. The leadership team for letting me play my annoying music while I copy music for everyone else. I want to thank my mom, dad, stepmom, and stepdad for supporting me throughout my high school career. I want to thank my bass family, which is not all just basses despite the name, for accepting me and helping me grow into the person I am today, and all the rest of my friends who are just amazing people. As happy as I am that I'm finally a senior and able to move on to the next phase of my life with my friends and family, I'm just as sad to go. And as many people as I could possibly thank, my friends, family, this amazing director, I don't think there's really any one person that you can thank for the experience I had here in this program. It's the whole group itself, the sense of family you get just walking into the room. It's everyone from the freshmen to the seniors that came before me, who all impacted my life and made it so much better. I know that without this program, I would not be the person speaking right now. I would still be that quiet girl who hid her face in books all the time. I really am sad to go. I'm going to miss everyone and everything so much. I love you all, and will miss you terribly. Now for my wills. It's a bit unconventional, as I can't give it to you as I say it, but I had planned on giving James a clock, because he could never figure out what time it was, even though there was a clock on the wall, and he never knew when class ended, if we had anchor time or not, so I always had to tell him, and I felt like a clock would help him. And I know it's a bit unconventional, but I wanted to give Daniel, my fellow senior, a donut, since I never shared it with him. And finally, for my base family, I wanted to give them all Mike and Ike's, because in Chicago for Midwest, we stopped at every CVS we saw to buy Mike and Ike's, and it's honestly one of my favorite memories of high school. Thank you.
Okay, this is like my 50th time recording this video, because I swear 5 minutes is not enough to say everything, but here we are, 5 minutes, we got this. So my name is Emil Goodacre, I'm a senior, graduating this year as part of class of 2020, and as you can see, I'm here in my lovely home, all thanks to our friend, coronavirus. Thank you for saying hey, popping in, what's up. Because of coronavirus, we're practicing safe social distancing, and I hope all of you guys at home are staying safe. Me and my buddy here, we're just chilling, bonding over life and practicing together. Yeah, I joined orchestra. I started in 6th grade at Webbridge Middle School. My teacher was Dr. Barquette. He first taught me the ropes, and then high school came along, and it's been quite a journey, It's been amazing. I know Dr. Laux also started 4 years ago with us, being a new teacher at Alpharetta High School, so it's been amazing, figuring all this out together, being together, and his support and dedication and love for us has truly meant a lot, and I don't know if we have emphasized this enough to Dr. Laux, but thank you so much for everything you've done, everything you have done for us, everything you think of us, everything you believe in us has never been in vain, and I just want to say that it's always been meaningful. I know that we probably haven't said this as many times as we should be, but thank you so much, and on behalf of the senior class of 2020, we love you, Dr. Laux. Orchestra, it was amazing. I first came in, and when I look back at orchestra, the biggest thing I see is progress. I never imagined in a million years what I could accomplish in just 4 years. I came into orchestra at the 2nd period orchestra. Back then it was called chamber, but now with the 5th period created, it's now called Philharmonia. And so I was there. There were only 2 violas there. I convinced my friend Walid, who's also a senior, to join, become a 3rd violist. And then we, sophomore year, I got into Symphonia. Junior year, I got into Symphony. And senior year, I'm in Symphony. And it's amazing that I was got into Symphony junior year, because I was able to partake in the Midwest Clinic trip, which is amazing, a lifetime experience. I got to meet new people, got to jump into the music world. I got to get closer to my orchestra friends and people I met, and everything was just wow. That's what I think about when I see and look back at my orchestra career. Just wow. There are definitely times where, at times I was I wondered why I was doing this, but then as I picked up my instrument and started playing and listening to the music that we played, all my answers just came to me. This was a passion. It was fun. It was something I did for myself, for enjoyment, to relax, to let loose. And as a result of that, I've learned a lot of things, a lot of life lessons. I've met new people. I've grown as a person, as a leader. I was very shy, if you guys knew me in freshman year, and now look at me. I don't know what I am, It was amazing, and looking back at it, I would love to go through it all again, and I guess if I had to change a few things, I'd just say I'd like to have known that if I practiced more, practice, and if I'd been able to explore things that are more important to me, that would have made things all the better to this already wonderful and amazing journey. And this sort of leads into my senior will, I guess, to my underclassmen. I would have had some better things planned, but coronavirus, thank you for popping in. So I guess my senior will to all the underclassmen, and you guys know who you are if you know me well. I guess this applies to every underclassman, so Wow, I'm a philanthropist. Okay, so my advice to you guys, I know you guys are thinking about college apps and everything, college and your high school career and, what's going to happen. My advice, you be you. Do what you want to do, Just stick around, make new friends, meet all the people you can, take it slow. Don't be stressed. Just do what you want to do, what you're passionate about. Because at the end of the day, it's all about you, Until next time, guys.
Hi guys, it's me, Deena. I wanted to come on here. I've been thinking for days what I wanted to say on this, and I decided to just come on and speak my truth, speak from the heart. I remember I've been in almost all the orchestras before. I started off freshman year in concert, and I remember meeting my favorite senior ever, Kayla. She was so awesome. She always made me feel so loved, and I remember always wanting to be that senior, always wanting to make senior year my year and just make the best of every day, kind of like she did. I always looked up to her a lot, and all the seniors kind of growing up through high school, and it was weird finally being one, and I would always say I'm ready for school to end, and I can't wait for college, but I guess be careful what you wish for, because I'm not ready for it to end. I miss my orchestra family dearly. Shout out to my little junior babies, Sammy and Ebony. I love y'all with my whole heart. You guys always made orchestra the best. There were so many laughs with you guys always. Shout out to my stand buddy, my partner in crime, Angelica. Never forget when you had to share a seat with my sweaty self. We were in the band room, and there was 500 of us in there, and there was just not enough chairs, so we had to share a seat. That was the fun part, but the best part ever was it was the second or third day of school, and Dr. Lux, you don't know this, but I did not fall out of my chair. Angelica pushed me, and I flew. It was an accident, but it was hilarious. Oh my gosh. And then I got her back 3 months later when I accidentally punched her in the nose. But yeah, I will never forget that. That was top favorite memories. But just everyone in orchestra, I've always, no matter what level of playing, this experience has shown me that you don't have to be the best of the best to find your home and to find your place. And I always felt like home walking into the orchestra room. Whether I felt like the best player in the room or I felt like the worst player in the room, I always knew that there was a spot for me, and that walking through those doors, I'd be walking into home. And I think that's a really, really special experience to have had, especially all throughout high school, and especially for my senior year of high school. I wish we could have had one more concert together, but I just want to say that I truly, truly loved being a part of the orchestra family, and it'll be a memory that will stay with me forever. I've learned that our memories and our relationships are two things. Our relationships we have with people are two things that can never, ever be taken away from us. So, underclassmen, this is to y'all. Make a memory every day. Make every day worthwhile. Don't count down the minutes till lunch. I know it's hard. I did a lot of the time. Make every day count and enjoy it. Because at the end of the day, all you have are your memories. And I know there's so many more left to make. But I'm really glad that I'm leaving without any regrets, and that I made a lifetime worth of friendships and memories to take with me. Love you all so much. Peace out.
Hey guys, I just wanted to thank all of you guys for an amazing 4 years. I grew a lot as a person and a musician, and a lot of that is because of you guys. Just for being around me. You guys pushed me to become a much better player. And yeah, I made some amazing memories over the past 4 years, especially Midwest. Traveling to Chicago with all my classmates, it was a great time. And even just like the movie nights, all the concerts, it just provided a great experience. And I really hope all of you guys the best next year. Make up for whatever happened this year. All the juniors right now who are going to be seniors next year, enjoy your senior year. So yeah, just don't take anything for granted. Enjoy every second, and see you guys later.
Hey guys, so for some reason I forgot I had to make this video. I don't know how I did, but I did. And I just got out of the shower and my hair looks terrible and I'm wearing my pajamas, but I don't really care, to be honest, so here I am. The only thing I can really think to say is thank you guys so much for like the best 4 years ever. I really am thankful for everyone I've met over the past 4 years and all of the great friends I've made through orchestra, but more than anything I am so thankful for Dr. Laux. And I know all of you guys can agree that Dr. Laux is one of the most caring teachers that we've all just ever had in our lives. Dr. Laux has given me so much advice, and things that you've told me are things that I still think about to this day. I really do appreciate how much you do care for your students, and it makes me sad to say this, but I feel like it's pretty rare with a lot of teachers. As for wills, I'm going to be writing letters to specific people. I will get those to you guys at a later time when I can. I was really looking forward to, you know, willing stuff to my underclassmen friends at the banquet, of course celebrating in person with all of you guys, but you know, things are unfair sometimes and we can't really do anything to change that, so all we can really do is be here for each other and do what we can to make the best of the situation. But again, thank you guys so much for an insane 4 years. Thank you guys for being in my videos, Dr. Laux especially. Thank you so much for being so cool about that. But I'm so glad that something I'm so passionate about is something that you really, really do enjoy. I really, really am gonna miss you next year. To all my seniors, I wish you guys the best moving forward, and to all of my underclassmen friends, I'm going to miss you guys very much, but I will be visiting. So anyway, I'm going to get off camera now, and I really hate how my hair looks. God, I'm gonna go ahead and go. So I miss you guys a lot, and I hope everyone is staying safe.
Okay. Well, hello everybody. My name is Jenny Ghial, a senior in AHS Chamber, which is 5th period. I'm graduating soon, when I mean soon, I mean like yesterday was the last day of classes, but that is not the point. So hopefully I will not be at home at August in quarantine, but rather at Rice University in Houston, Texas, having fun during orientation week. Oh, by the way, if you see me holding up this sheet of paper, I just wrote my speech on it. And since this is an orchestra senior speech, I just want to sincerely thank everybody who made orchestra such a fun experience. To everybody that was with me in symphony in 9th and 10th grade, and then to everybody in chamber when I was in 11th and 12th, thank you so much for making 4th and 5th period so welcoming and friendly. Thank you guys. Like, you guys are actually like actual family to me. There was so much like headassery in 5th period, and we were so chaotic in orchestra. I'm so sorry to Dr. Laux, who had to put up with all of that, but it was really fun and nice. And even if I was having a really bad day, had a bunch of tests and stuff, there is always 5th period that helped me be more happy, get rid of the stress that I had from a GT midterm, stuff like that. But the headassery, I just completely loved it, don't worry. So 5th period was always a blessing to be in, and y'all brightened up my day a ton. Thank you so much for brightening up my day with the same orchestra crackheadness, and I hope to see y'all in the future. I promise I'll visit during breaks. I actually promise. So there's 2 parts. For this assignment, there's the speech and wills, right? That was the speech, but for the wills, I just honestly, I would like to make them separate from this. I knew that if I actually did it, it wouldn't fit in the 5-minute time limit. So what I'll be doing probably is I'll be writing letters to y'all, all my favorite underclassmen, and then I'll just send those to you sometime. Okay.
Hi guys. I hope you guys are doing well. So for the underclassmen, do your work. Honestly, do your work. for a person from perspective that doesn't usually do her work on time, do your work. It matters. It really does, no matter how small the thing is. Do it, that's important. And enjoy orchestra. Orchestra, you get to be a part of a group that you can socialize with groups that aren't even in your class in that time during like concerts. You can socialize with people and make friends during the journey that you're going to be able to see, talk to sometime in the future, and hang out. You make friendships that will eminently change your life for the better, honestly, because I made so many friends during orchestra, all in different classes, and it was an amazing experience, and I so recommend you get out there, make friends, and enjoy it while it lasts. Okay, have a nice year.
Hey guys, my name's Elijah. I just wanted to give some gifts to some underclassmen that I appreciate. However, in this time of social distancing, I can't actually give any gifts. So I'll give the greatest gift of all, and that's gratitude. So first, I'd like to start with the bass section, all of them. I'd like to thank Eisen, because he always had the bops. I could always rely on him for the bops. I'd like to thank Mark for being the sane one. You know, everyone else was crazy. I'd like to thank Zakar for being such a fashion icon and so cool as soon as he got into the orchestra. I'd like to thank Sammy for tuning his bass and actually practicing. That's an original. I'd like to thank my brother, Henry Hopper, for being an amazing section leader of the bass section and inspiring the troops every day. I'd like to thank William for putting me to shame with his excellent violin skills. Really appreciated that. I'd like to thank Kendall and Emily for making fun of my Spanish skills, and also just being hilarious and fun people to know. I'd like to thank Joseph for relating to my pain in calc. He helped me get through many a rough mornings just waiting for the bell before third period. And finally, on behalf of the Hoppers, I want to thank Ava for just putting up with us. So thank you guys. I'm going to miss orchestra a lot. It was definitely one of the biggest highlights of my high school. All 4 years, just a big group of friends I knew and a time to just make music and have fun. Especially the Midwest trip to Chicago. That was the highlight of my high school experience, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So just thank you all for being there for me and being such an amazing group of people.
Hi guys. A little disclaimer, I've been filming this video for the past hour and I just don't really know how to start it or make videos and in general, so I'm sorry if this is going to be a mess, but yeah. I'm Anna, and I'm going to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill in the fall to study psychology. I don't know what this was, but for my orchestra journey, I came my sophomore year, which was 2017, and I know that was late because I'm pretty sure every other senior came 2016, our freshman year, but I kind of knew everybody already because I was in it 6th and 7th grade at Woodbridge. But then I quit in 8th grade to join yearbook, which was kind of questionable, and people kind of still make fun of me for it. But shout out Sarong, he told me to do this. Shout out him and my mom because they're the ones who told me to come back in 10th grade, and I'm glad I did. Orchestra has been a great place for me to branch out, meet new people, and improve my viola playing skills. It was kind of hard joining late because everyone kind of already had their groups and their friends, but everyone was very welcoming and nice to me, and I'm very appreciative of that. Dr. Lux was also very encouraging and welcoming to me, which made the experience even easier. I've made many great memories over the past 2 years in orchestra, but one of my favorites had to be Midwest. I know a lot of people are going to say that, but it was just a really fun trip, and specifically, I really loved the dinner cruise. Everyone was having a great time. There was some good food. I loved us dancing and vibing together. It was super fun. Also, just walking around Chicago and touring everything and eating Shake Shack was definitely the best parts of Midwest as well. I wanted to take some time to specifically talk about Dr. Laux and thank him for being such a great teacher over the past 4 years. I've never had a teacher that cared so much about his students and loved his job and always came to work with a smile on his face. Even when all of us were super annoying and loud in class, he always kept us calm and was always such a chill and nice person. It really showed that he truly cared about his students. One of my favorite memories of Dr. Laux is when he stood up for us at the LGPE site reading in 2019. That was an interesting situation, but Dr. Laux knew how to handle it. So thank you, Dr. Laux, for being one of my favorite teachers of high school. I'm going to miss you so much. So I have a few senior wills that I want to give out. I don't have specific presents yet, but I will figure that out. So my first senior will I want to give to Ava, because Ava was the first person and friend I made in orchestra when I joined in sophomore year. Me and Ava were the only two girls in the viola section in Sinfonia, so we instantly became friends and clicked, and to this day she's one of the sweetest girls I've ever met, and I'm so glad we're friends, so love you, Ava. Next, I'm going to talk about the dynamic duo, Kendall and Emily. I talked to them a lot this year and last year, and we became really good friends. They are so funny and so nice, and I love them both. And then my last two wills are going to go to Sammy and Ebony. I became close with these two this year because we're in the viola section together, and they're just amazing people. They're super funny and nice as well, and I'm really going to miss them. So to everyone else in orchestra, thank you for making the past 3 years amazing and super fun. I'm truly going to miss this organization and everyone in it. I wish everyone the best in their futures, and I really hope I can come back soon to visit. Peace. Sorry, that's probably really painful to watch. Okay, bye.
Okay, I'm Lewis. I've been doing orchestra for 7 years. For 4 of those years, I've been in concert orchestra, but I've really enjoyed it. I've made a lot of friends along the way, and orchestra actually helped me shape me as a person a lot. It taught me, like, if I didn't work at something, I'm not gonna get better at it. So yeah, that taught me that. But the friends I made along the way, they're like, those are moments like I'll keep forever in my life. Having you as an instructor has made like orchestra actually a lot more fun, and I actually learned something. Because before, I felt like I was like spoon-fed a lot of my work, you know? I felt like I didn't really earn like anything out of it. But like as you as my teacher, I felt like I've actually learned something. And more than just orchestra too. Okay, so basses. Ison, like all the basses have a lot of potential. Nick, he should keep being in orchestra because he has a lot of potential. And I can't wait to see him grow. As for concert orchestra, I felt like it's not a bad thing to be in concert orchestra because it's more so as a place to relax and still learn things, you know? So like there's a spot for everyone in orchestra, and like more people need to try it. And I hope more 8th graders join orchestra because it's actually a fun experience, and you don't have to be like 100% dedicated to orchestra. You can focus on like other things too. Orchestra like doesn't have to be your whole life, and that's kind of how like I took it. I felt like I like made orchestra more so as a hobby instead of like something I'm focusing mainly focusing on. Just felt like the class was like the perfect class to like take my mind off the schoolwork, you know? Alright, that's gonna be my senior will. And I hope everyone in orchestra just in general have like good luck in life, you know?
I've been putting off filming this for a while because of how painful it really has been for me to even think about filming this. The orchestra has been my foundation for these past 4 years, and I've just been so thankful for the family that I've been able to cultivate. Not only that, but you guys have given me some of the greatest memories I could have ever asked for, and it just absolutely kills me that I won't be able to finish off the year traditionally in a way we would have all enjoyed. However, I do appreciate all that Dr. Laux and other teachers are doing for us, especially seniors, to try to remedy the situation. And that's what's really been motivating me to film this and also do some of my other work. But first off, I just want you guys to understand how much of a privilege it is to be in this orchestra. We have a wonderful teacher and a wonderful parent board that are so dedicated to our improvement and to making things so much better for us, such as like amazing pre-concert dinners. Shout out to Ashley's mom, you're the best. But yeah, and then food at socials as well, and just being so engaged in all the events that we as leadership plan is just such a phenomenal thing to have. Not only that, but our orchestra has 100+ people all willing to be friends with you if you just ask, all because we have the same passion and same drive. And so with that, that's what's so beautiful about this orchestra. Like, how easily we have each other's backs and how passionate we are about not only our instruments, but this family that we have. So this orchestra is really the only thing that's been keeping me sane during quarantine. Just going through interviews for new leadership and planning events for you guys is what's kept me active, doing something I love for the people that I love. So to that end, all I can really say is thank you so much for letting me be your manager this year and for trusting me to take care of you. So now for the real reason we're all here, here are my senior wills. Will number 1. Batman doll for Joseph Yu. I want to give Joseph this first will because he is such a hard worker and he has shown me a great balance between work and play that I've always wished to have. And he just always cracks some phenomenal jokes at times we all need it but didn't know we did. And he has also just always swooped in and saved the day in times I really needed it or in times it would have really helped. So thank you so much, Joseph. And if you didn't know, I got this from the man, the myth, the legend, Andrew Mulia himself for very similar characteristics in myself. So I hope that you pass this down as well. From here on out, I actually don't have physical presents, but I will be using pictures instead. Gift number 2 for Ava Packaday, hair ties. Since meeting Ava back in sophomore English, I always knew that she would be such a wonderful person, not only to work with, but just to know, because she's just so sweet and caring and considerate of others. And I'm so thankful for all the work that she's done for this orchestra and all the help that she's been able to give me, not only as someone in leadership, but as a friend. So I know she will also be an amazing manager for you guys. And I got her hair ties specifically because of how supportive she is for me, just like hair ties are for a girl's hair. So just a little witty humor. Gift number 3 for Henry Hopper, a toy hammer. I'm gifting Henry a toy hammer because he's always just been so supportive in times I never really thought I would need it. We always have really intellectual discussions, I guess you could say, of like, what makes a person a good person? Or like, do you think you're being a good person? And it's all really trippy, but he always is just super supportive in that sense because he kind of helps me guide the character I want to be. So I really appreciate that. And also he's just too dang tall. Like, I just need to bonk him down. It's not fair. Gift number 4 for Eisen Griffin, coffee. I am gifting Eisen coffee because we shared second period AP Physics together, and me not having a first period off, that was always a super difficult class to wake up in. So he would always keep me engaged with just funny jokes or like engaging conversation or whatnot. So I really appreciate him for doing that for me because I really needed it. I could not wake up with kinematics and energy problems. So yeah, thank you, Eisen. Gift number 5 for Victoria Lee, scrunchies. I'm also giving Victoria hair ties or scrunchies, same thing, because her hair is also always up, I've noticed. And I really wish that, like, metaphorically, she just let her hair down because she needs to relax. She's always so stressed. That's because of how much of a hard worker she is. So I completely get it. But Victoria, please calm down for me. Like, I know it's hypocritical for me to be saying this, but I say it out of care and compassion for you. Final will for Megan Nagia, sunglasses. I'm gifting Megan sunglasses because her smile is literally the brightest smile I've ever seen, and it's just so blinding for people that aren't used to it because of how constantly nice she is. And so it's just such a beautiful thing to see, and she's just so adorable, and I just love her. Like, she's just the cutest. That's all. Thank you so much for these past 4 years. I'm going to miss you all so much, but I will be back. Until then, stay safe, good, and practice. Love you all.
Hey guys, these last 4 years in orchestra have been a really wild ride, so I'd just like to take a minute to thank everyone for being a part of my life and for impacting me in one way or the other. I've made so many great friends through orchestra and also strengthened a lot of friendships that I met before orchestra as well. And even through stand partners, through trips, LGPE, full orchestra, I've met so many new people that have changed my life in one way or another. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, and especially to Dr. Laux. I know we're definitely a difficult group to handle, and trying to make us practice and perform, more difficult pieces is always a challenge for you, but thank you so much for never giving up and for sticking with us, and for continuing to treat us like, we're a part of your family. And finally, I'd just like to say I'm gonna miss all of you guys, and I really treasured all of the memories that we've had together, from just randomly walking around Chicago to LGPEs, to concerts, and even just every single day playing in class. So thank you so much, and I'm gonna miss all you guys. And to the people that I was going to will stuff, I'm just gonna write them separate senior letters. So thank you.
Never thought I was gonna do my senior will this way, but here we are on the last day of school, really, inside my house, like I've been in the last 50 days, sitting here staring at a computer screen. So let's get started. And here comes the boom, a 2012 action comedy movie produced by Happy Madison Productions. It stars Kevin James playing as Scott Voss, who's now a 42-year-old apathetic biology teacher in a failing high school. And so when cutbacks threaten the school's music program and its teacher, Scott, springs into action. He dusts off his long unused wrestling skills and earns money for the program by moonlighting as a mixed martial arts fighter. Now, none of this actually happened in real life, but it's kind of related to like that 2019 event at LGPE when Dr. Laux was like, "Hey, LGP proctor guy, that's not nice." I was like, word. So I think that was pretty cool of Dr. Laux to do. And my respect for him increased a lot after that event. Not saying that I didn't have a lot of respect for Dr. Laux before, I did. But after that event, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So let's get to willing. All right. We'll start with Sarong. Sarong, you spend more time scrolling through Instagram and playing Brawl Stars in class than the time that you spend actually looking at Christmas Festival, which is, Ava, you spend more time staring at Joy in class than actually looking at your music. Casey, you actually spend more time practicing your music than slacking off in class, which is pretty commendable. Oh, by the way, if I mention you in this list, I probably might give you something. It really depends. Joy, stand partner, nice. Siraj, please wash your shoes after the soccer game. Charlesy, thank you for always leading the section and playing the solos and making the copies and dealing with Siraj and I. So, thank you. Joseph, you're a great guy and your ability to project your voice. Hope that never goes away. Ashley, thank you for bringing in those noodles that one day when everyone was at Allstate and we were like, oh, so what are we going to do with 4 people and the entire class is gone? Respect. Jenny, that's pretty cool. I'm not restarting this video again. Eileen, you want my psych homework? Aaron, good luck next year, bud. Priyo, you're welcome for all the rides that I gave you after 6th period. Timmy, I'll probably see you again. Amog, I'll definitely see you again. Walid, thanks for having my back during econ. I appreciate it. And then Natasha, I know the only impression of me is that, I eat leaves and I really don't do anything else other than that. But I hope after you've known me for like 4 years, my impression will somehow be a little different than guy who eats leaves. That's about it. Wow. Gone for like 3 minutes now. That's about it. There was something that that a senior willed to me in my freshman year, and they willed this bear to me. And they said it was given to this freshman who was super outgoing and who would always be very approachable to them. And it was this bear that it had a hat and it was holding this little candle. I gave it away to charity, so I won't be able to do that anymore, even though it was like a 1-year tradition, 4-year tradition really. So yeah. Oh, Austin, you're a pretty cool guy. Sorry if I missed anyone. I really didn't think too hard on it. Well, that sounds disingenuous. I thought hard and not hard on this list. Yeah. Thanks, Dr. Laux, for 4 years of dealing with me and all my embarrassing moments in orchestra. I listed those to you in a separate letter, and I'm sure you'll get that eventually. Thanks, bud.
What orchestra meant to me was like an escape from all my other academic classes. It was a class where I could just relax and enjoy playing music, and I also enjoyed learning new things every day. And I want to thank everyone who made the class the way it was, all the students and leadership, the librarians, everyone who made everything organized and made everything flow. And I want to thank Dr. Laux as well for being such a hardworking person and for keeping my past 4 years of orchestra memorable. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Matthew Lin. I'm a senior, though that part is a little obvious. So, I don't really know what exactly to say, so I'm gonna try to figure it out as I go. So, bear with me. So, in the fall, I'll be hopefully attending Georgia Tech, but as we all know, with what's going on right now, we don't know if that's going to happen, so hopefully that happens. I'll be majoring in computer engineering, so hopefully I won't want to drop out after year one, which is very possible, but we'll worry about that later. Orchestra was kind of something I just did because my friends all did it, which I guess most people kind of join orchestra just because their friends are doing it. I didn't really think I'd go anywhere with it. I was probably kind of expecting to stop in high school, but to be honest, I probably didn't even think that far ahead, as usual. But honestly, if you ask me, I don't really know why I did it, because I played piano and didn't like it at all. So I don't know why I thought doing more music stuff was a good idea, but I guess it was okay in the end. So I'm pretty satisfied with what happened. So orchestra was just really fun. I don't know how else to really say it besides just saying it was fun. Being able to play songs and pieces in a whole group is just a really unique experience, since, you know, it's hard to get a bunch of people like that together, like of that kind of skill level together to play something in a group. So I'm really thankful for that experience. It's a little hard to put into words just how I felt, but I think you kind of know what I'm saying. To Dr. Laux, thanks for a great last 4 years. Symphony was really cool and a really unique experience that I really enjoyed, and I'm thankful for that. Something I really want to say is, I know it's been oversaid probably a bunch of times, but thank you for that certain LGPE incident. I don't think I've ever been more appreciative of something a teacher's done before, and it just meant a lot that you stood up for us like that, because let's be honest, most teachers wouldn't do that. Thank you for the Midwest experience, which definitely had to be the highlight of high school for me and probably a lot of other people. So don't know what else to say, but because I'm pretty bad at wording things like this, but I think you kind of understand what I'm trying to go for here. But yeah, bye everyone, and maybe we'll see each other again. Maybe.
Hey guys, it's Eileen Liu, and I
and I will be going to Georgia Tech in the fall, and I'm gonna be majoring in industrial engineering. I was in orchestra for all 4 years of high school, and for me, orchestra was the first place that I made any friends at Alpharetta. So I was originally supposed to go to a different high school, then I moved. So I didn't know anyone when I first came. I ended up sitting with some orchestra people during lunch. They recently told me that I was really creepy because I didn't say anything. I don't even think I introduced myself. I just sat down. But yeah, it was kind of weird. But they are now some of my really good friends, and I'd say they're like some of my best friends in Alpharetta High School. So yes, I'm very grateful that I sat with them that day, and I'm really grateful that we had the opportunity to have so many memories together and spend so much time together. And and some of my favorite memories I'll just go through, I guess. I really liked playing with the band every Wednesday for the first 2 years I was in orchestra. I really loved chamber class as well, because it was like such a small class and we were such a tight-knit community, and it was really a family. So yeah. And well, I'll just say this. Throughout my years in orchestra, I think something that I realized was that creating music is not just about the music that you're making, but it's about the community that helps you make that music. And I think a lot of my high school memories are centered around orchestra, and like it really says a lot about like the orchestra's impact on a person. I know I'm gonna really miss like the days of playing Brawl Stars during class and making TikToks during sectionals. Sorry, Dr. Laux. But yeah, orchestra was really like one of my best experiences as a high school student, and I hope that if any of you are thinking about quitting, I'm here to tell you that you can do it. Like, you shouldn't quit unless you actually want to and you hate playing music, then you do you, bud. But if you're worried about like GPA and stuff, you can always anyways, I don't know what I was saying, but yeah, if you're worried about your GPA, you can always take IB music like I did, and it'll boost your grade like 7 points. I hope that if you're thinking of not doing orchestra, that you keep doing it, because it's really such a great experience, and you meet so many people, and you just have a lot of fun. Also, there's a microwave in there, which is really useful. Actually, I probably should not say this, but if you want to eat during class, it's really easy to microwave your food and just like take a few bites before class starts. That was always a great way to start the class. Okay, anyways, to end this, I wanted to say a quick thank you to Dr. Laux. You were always supportive and there for us, like, and as a teacher, you were always considerate of our well-being and mental health and how that like affected how we performed in school. And I just thank you for doing that. And I think you are a teacher that a lot of my teachers could learn from. I'm very grateful that I got to be your student in all 4 years of my high school experience. And as for my wills, I'm gonna be writing letters and sending some things to the people I picked to will to. And so yeah, some of you keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I really loved orchestra and I really enjoyed being it for 4 years. And I will always be thankful for the times I spent both in and out of the classroom with my orchestra people.
Hello.
I'm Violin. I'm a senior this year, of course, and I've committed to Johns Hopkins University for the coming year, if we have a coming year. And I just wanted to talk about orchestra for a little bit. So in these past 4 years, orchestra has actually been almost everything to me. It's where I've met my friends, it's where I've had like the best memories of my life, and it's somewhere I can kind of relax and let free every single day, and kind of like relieve my stress by doing things that I love doing with my friends. And that's something that not a lot of students have in a school day, and it offers a lot of emotional support. And it's been one of the most influential factors just in my life when I make decisions or like my daily habits and things like that. And also, one of the most influential teachers I've ever had is Dr. Laux, and ever since I was a freshman, I remember if I ever had any problems, like maybe he saw me crying or maybe like I just seemed upset or tired, he would always ask me how I was doing, and he would be like, oh, you know, you can come down to my office if you ever want to talk, I'm here for you. He was just like a dad, including like every joke he made in class. But I remember that I always heard him say that, and I felt like he cared a lot about me, but I never went to talk to him, and I never like went to him for help. And that was just something that is more personal to me because I'm not always comfortable with feelings or talking about how I feel all the time, but he's just, I think that most orchestra students appreciate him a lot more than he knows, and I just want him to know that. Because just because we don't let on doesn't mean that we don't feel that way. So I'm graduating, which means I'm gonna be talking about my senior wills, which is not that exciting. I don't have that many. But the first one is this teddy bear. Grab it. I grabbed it like a claw machine. Okay, this teddy bear has been a teddy bear that's been passed down for generations in our orchestra. And I think the way it went was Buggus, he was a cellist, and I know not everyone knows him, and I think it went from him to Sitara Sitara is Siraj's older sister, and I went to Michelle Cho, and then I went to me last year. And this year, I want to will it to Erin Cho, who is coincidentally Richard Cho's little sister. So we have a lot of family relations in orchestra. But it's just kind of like a bear that I feel like represents a lot of the fun memories or a lot of the fun experiences that all of orchestra shares. And it's kind of embodied in a little teddy bear, and we pass it down every single year to kind of represent that connection between all of us. Because even though we don't all know each other, we still have that connection because of orchestra. And so that's my first will. And then my second, okay, it doesn't fit, so I'm gonna put it over here. Okay, my second and final will is to Avia, because she is someone that has helped me through a lot for these past 2 years, and my will to her is just that if you ever want to eat lunch, just hit me up, I'll pay for it. I'll cover it. But I'm sure we'll hang out a lot anyways, but she's just someone that I'm especially grateful for because even though she might not know it, she helped me through a lot of tough times that I never really opened up about. But yeah, that's my second will to her. So I'm just gonna keep this video short. That's it. A lot of the underclassmen really made me smile a lot every single day, and I've known them, I've seen a lot of them grow up, like Aaron, because we went to the same middle school, same high school, right? But that's all. Have fun in orchestra. I'll come back and visit, maybe, sometimes. I will. Okay, bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay Mackley. Next year I'm going to be headed off to Georgia College. I want to say goodbye and thank you to everyone that I've met through orchestra. Orchestra was a really special experience. I made some of the best friends that I've ever made in my life there. It's just a nice place to have a family and a group of people that you can always count on. And high school isn't easy. It's not very likely that anybody will make it through all of high school without ever shedding a few tears. And it's nice to just have the friends that I've made through orchestra and the memories that I have because of orchestra to lean on. And I don't know, not everybody has like a safe place that they can go to in high school, and orchestra is a safe place. So thank you to everyone for being such a good family, and yeah, thank you. And thank you to Dr. Laux for being such a caring teacher. It's hard to find a place where you can just feel like you don't have to do everything right all the time. I don't know, like it's a lot of pressure to be in high school and have everybody tell you to do everything perfectly and have straight A's and get 5s on your AP exams. But orchestra is a place where, I don't know, I always felt like even if I didn't know what I was doing something right. Not always academically, but just I never felt like, I don't know, I never felt awful in orchestra, which is good because I felt awful in a lot of my other classes. And for wills, they're really short. I only have 2. The first one is to a kid that I met in my junior year. And when I first met him, I didn't know anything about him, but I was really annoyed because the only thing he ever played was Viva La Vida on the cello. So when I was gonna give my wills, I was gonna give him a box of Life cereal, and that was supposed to be Siraj. I'm glad that I did eventually get to know him and that I stopped having to hear him play Viva La Vida, because it didn't just bother me, it bothered everyone. And also my second will is for another cello. I don't know, being a cello isn't always the most interesting instrument. It's a lot of background notes, it's not often the melody. And my stand partner this year and I did not always enjoy playing all the pieces that we had to play. So I was gonna gift Michelle a sheet music book so she could have something fun to play through or look at. But yeah, thank you everyone.
So I just want to start off by saying thank you to Dr. Laux for everything he's done the past 4 years. I know that a lot of time was spent just to accommodate me, like finding pieces with a heart part in it, and I'm grateful for that. One thing I do wish I had done differently is be more involved with everybody else in the orchestra. I guess that being a solitary instrument carried over in my interactions with everybody else. That's not to say that everyone wasn't inclusive, and everyone treated me like part of the orchestra family. And even though there was never a big trip during my time in orchestra, there were still plenty of things that we did, like concerts and clinics, that everyone could bond over. I'm really gonna miss this program and everybody in it. My wish to all you underclassmen is to stick with orchestra throughout the rest of high school.
Hey guys, this is Song here. I'm obviously a graduating senior. I'm in the chamber orchestra as a violinist, and I'll be attending Georgia Tech in the fall as a computer science major. And so out of all the many things that I like about orchestra, one of the things I like is the fact that I was able to meet so many different people through orchestra and sort of had that balance in the day. I don't know, for me, like taking a bunch of AP classes, it was pretty stressful throughout the day and kind of taxing to take all those classes and then go home and do homework and studying. But having that one period of orchestra with Dr. Laux where it was, and all the friends obviously, where it wasn't stressful and it was a great environment to just kind of de-stress and decompress. I think that was really important for my day. And obviously I miss it right now. I'm sure everyone does miss it too. I know once a lot of people go to college, they usually don't keep in contact with their high school friends because, I mean, eventually like you lose contact with everyone and it's just kind of hard to keep track. But I feel like I've made such strong bonds with all these people in orchestra that are both like in Alpharetta High School, but also like from other schools too, that I'm going to be keeping contact with them because one, either they'll be attending the college that I'm going to also, or I've just created such a strong bond with them that whenever I come back home for breaks and things like that, I'll always like be in contact with them, or even in the college, I'll be like texting them or just kind of reminiscing moments together. So before I do the senior wills, I just want to have some like last words for Dr. Laux and the rest of like kind of the graduating class of 2020. So for the students out there that are still in high school and they're not graduating this year, make sure to continue in orchestra and really like staying active and stuff and appreciating Dr. Laux's efforts and things like that. Because the orchestra is honestly a great way of balancing your life and having that sort of closure, I guess, and that sort of fun. And then last words for Dr. Laux. Obviously, this isn't going to be last words for Dr. Laux because I'm definitely going to be coming back next year to like see everyone and kind of just see the orchestra once more again. And so, but like last words, I guess, per se, I have the utmost respect for you. You could be I guess like basic orchestra teacher and just do the basic things, like the regular things that I guess you're assigned to do per your job, but you don't just do that, you do way more than that. And that's proven by your dedication, that's proven by how much you work with, especially with technology, because I know a lot of teachers have issues with technology, but I think Dr. Laux, you beat every student on, you beat every single one of your students in how technological savvy you are with all these like gadgets and things like that. But yes, thank you, Dr. Laux, for an amazing 4 years. I'm glad that together we could go as like freshman to senior year and graduate, truly. But yeah, thank you. Okay, now, senior wills. Whew. All right, so the senior wills. First senior will I'm giving to is my stand pointer this year, Aaron Cho, right? Thank you, Aaron, for carrying me through a lot of the Mendelssohn and just the entire music, the entire year. Thank you for carrying me and saving me through all that. So what I'm going to be willing, obviously I don't have all the stuff, but I found like Amazon orders and things like that, and so I'll get these to you guys one way or another. So Aaron, for you, I'll be getting you a Rick and Morty gibbets, which are like the pin thingies that go on Crocs, because you always wear Crocs, right? And then Siraj, you're a goofy bunch. I feel like I look at myself when I'm looking at you, but I look at myself a couple years ago, so yeah, it's kind of interesting to look at myself a couple of years ago. Anyways, since you have such long hair, I really wanted to get you something you could use in orchestra class. So I'm getting you a music scrunchie, and you can use that in orchestra class so that you can, like, you know, learn some more knowledge about music and carry the cello section next year, right? Now, next one is Giovangiker. I'm going to be getting you a toy car, which is a BMW, because I drive you around a lot, and now that I'm going to be gone, I won't be able to drive you around a lot, so now you're going to need your own car, and you're going to have to drive yourself. So I hope the toy car gets and suffices. For William, I'm going to be giving you a pack of pencils because you need pencils to write into your music, some markings. And Austin, I'm going to be giving you a Cookie Monster mask that you can use during quarantine and stuff, because every time we die in Fortnite, you always say, "Do you want a cookie?" really aggressively, and I just find it hilarious, buddy. But yeah, these are my senior wills and my senior speeches. Thank you so much, everyone in orchestra, for these great memories and experiences, and I'll definitely come back to see you guys. Thank you.
Okay, so I want to thank Dr. Laux for being one of the all-time best teachers ever. I would not be the same person I am today without him. And thank you to all the friends I made along the way. Some of the best memories, it's been real. And here's whatever comes next. I love you guys so much, and bye.
So I know I wasn't in orchestra very long at all, but I want to thank everyone and Dr. Laux for all the good times that I had.
Hello everyone. I don't really like making speeches very much, so I'm gonna keep this pretty short. But I would just like to thank Dr. Laux for being such a great orchestra teacher and making the class so fun and enjoyable. I've created some really great memories in orchestra, from just joking around in class to going to Chicago and playing at Midwest. I really loved being able to play in orchestra every day and be part of the orchestra community. Orchestra has really been one of my favorite parts of being in high school, and I'm extremely grateful to have had such a wonderful experience. Even though this year was cut short, I still have a lot of great memories that I'll never forget. I know I don't really talk a lot in class, but every day when I go into orchestra, I look forward to seeing everyone and joking around together. No matter how stressed out we all are, we still manage to have fun. I'm really going to miss seeing each of you every day and making music together. I only have one will to give out, and it's for Siraj. I'm willing you my orchestra folder for you to store all of your extra copies of music for when you forget it at home next year. And I'm also giving you some printer paper for you to print your music on. Now you're actually going to have to use your own music in class. Lastly, I'd like to say thank you once again to Dr. Laux for being such a supportive teacher and always looking out for us. I wish good luck to all the other seniors in college and good luck to all the underclassmen next year. I really hope we can all see each other again soon. Bye.
Hey guys, it's Daniel, and I want to say thank you to everyone in the orchestra for making these past 2 years really special to me. And I made a lot of unforgettable memories these past 2 years. A lot of them at Midwest with the Magnificent Mile adventures to the candy store or the dinner cruise. That was one of the highlights of my high school experience. I wanted to shout out BC Calc Squad. You guys are awesome, and I don't even know if I would be graduating right now if you guys weren't helping me and going to those 4-hour study sessions at Ding T the day before the test. And I still remember the time where right after an orchestra concert, it was Thursday and we had a test the next day, and we went straight to Starbucks all dressed at like 10 p.m. and we closed it out. It was hilarious, and I still remember. I don't even remember what I scored, but it definitely better than what I would have without you guys, so thanks. And shout out to my stand partner Devin. You were awesome. It was a ton of fun just playing Bach all year and just joking around during violin sectionals, and full was fun too. And I want to shout out Austin and Michelle too for being my Secret Santas, and it actually meant a lot to me because before last year, I had never gotten a Secret Santa gift, even though I entered in a lot of them. So it would just be like a one-sided gift thing, but you two restored my faith in Secret Santa, so thank you. And shout out to the bassist that I saw every morning right before first period, and somehow they always managed to make me laugh. Like, you guys are awesome. Audrey, Mark, and Eisen. And yeah, you guys were a lot of fun to hang out with. And I just want to say thank you guys. I'm going to miss all of you, and you guys really made it special to me. Bye.
Have I spent the past 45 minutes recording this video? Yes! Have I been crying for those 45 minutes? Yes! Is my phone in a really awkward position on my stand being hooked by a binder clip and multiple hair ties? Yes! For those of you guys who don't know, hi, I'm Casey. I am a chamber violist, and I will be leaving the AHSO this year to venture the Yale University, where I will hopefully be joining another orchestra family called the Yale Symphony Orchestra. So a lot of the stuff I'm about to say is very cliche, but it's cliche because it's been said a lot, and it's been said a lot because it's true. Orchestra is one big family, and we're a unique family because we make music together, which is not something a lot of families do. The other thing that's super unique about us is that we're all guided by Dr. Laux, who is by far one of the kindest human beings you might encounter in your life. There are rarely other teachers that will defend their students against demeaning adults as much as Dr. Laux will, or come in at 7 in the morning to make sure your pre-screen recordings are great, or continually check up on you for all 4 years of your high school career. It's just, you don't see that every day. So before I start crying again, I'm gonna move on to my wills, starting with shoulder rest, because that's pretty important when you're a violist. So these three have all been used by me at various stages of my life, and they're in varying conditions, but these belong to 3 people that are very important in supporting the viola section. And in no particular order, they go to Michelle, Tivani, and Valeria, because without you guys, we honestly could not be such a great section. So the next item is also a shoulder rest, but this one isn't mine. This is Nathan Zoo's from last year, and apparently this was the only useful thing in his viola case besides his bow that he owned. This belongs to Austin, who was actually here when Nathan was in the symphony orchestra, and he will hopefully have this for another 2 years to maybe pass down. Or the next 2 items belong to someone who isn't a violist, but who has been deemed a genius by everyone in his BC class, and he's only a freshman, so you can imagine how smart he is. I hope this person will find these books very helpful when they're leading one of the organizations that I led this year, which is Math Team. So these go to Eric. Okay, the next will also goes to someone who's not in the viola section, but who is constantly cheerful and joyous whenever I see her, even when it comes to things like AP Chem. So I was given this by Dr. Barquette a while back when he was cleaning up his closet, and it makes me happy, so I hope this ceramic piece also makes her happy. And this goes to Soya. These next two books, actually story time. So when I was a freshman, my senior STAM partner willed me Frankenstein. He gave this whole spiel about how I was a kind and hardworking STAM partner. I was like always patient with him, etc., etc. And I was given Frankenstein because he knew I was going to take AP Lit, even though I was just a freshman then. And he was right, because I ended up taking AP Lit this year. So it's been marked quite a lot. I feel kind of bad for giving someone an annotated book. So I'm also throwing in The Tempest, because if you're taking AP Lit, then maybe you're going to read this book like I did this year. These go to someone who I feel like embodied the words that my STAM partner said my freshman year. Someone who's caring and hardworking and just diligent, patient with everyone. And these go to Sammy. These final two wills are gonna be the hardest to give out, because the two people who gave me these items meant a lot to me, and I cried a lot when I got these. So I'm probably gonna continue crying when I give these out. Well, the first one was given to me. It's a sleeping mask. It was given to me by Andrew Mulia last year. He said, you're a very hardworking person, and I feel like sometimes you forget to rest. And if you have this mask, you'll remember to recover when you're working. And clearly, I didn't do a good job with that because the tag is still on it and I've never used it. So, this person works very hard and he takes no credit. From all the moments I've worked with him this year on orchestra leadership, he puts 1,000% into everything he does, especially for orchestra. So this sleeping mask goes to Joseph. Hopefully you'll find more use out of it than I did, because I haven't even taken off the tag. And this final will is the hardest to give. This is a good luck charm that was given to me by Michelle Cho last year. And she gave it to me because I seemed very inquisitive about the college admissions process. And she thought that it was going to help me also, and clearly that has worked. This person that is going to receive this also has a lot of questions about the college admissions process, but I think this will also serve her well. Maybe it will also get her into her dream school. So this final gift goes to Ava, and I hope that when I come visit, this will be hanging on your viola case the same way that it hung on mine. That's the end of my speech and wills. I'm going to continue crying now because it's so hard. But I hope you guys are all well, and please enjoy your time in orchestra, because eventually it will come to an end and you're gonna have to be in this position that I am and say goodbye, which is probably the hardest thing you'll ever do.
Hey guys, my name is Anna Zhu, and I will be attending Georgia Tech this fall for computer science. I honestly think it's insane how 4 years went by. It just felt like yesterday. I didn't know anybody in my school. I was the freshman. I was scared of the upperclassmen. I was finding my teachers for the first time. And here we are. We're at the end. Since then, I've met so many people along the way. I've had so many good and bad memories that I made, and honestly, I'm grateful for all of them. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone, especially Dr. Laux, for being a part of my high school experience, whether it was good or bad, because you guys have taught me a lot. You guys have taught me how to work hard, how to live in the moment, how to make the most out of life. But most importantly, you guys taught me how to love orchestra. Oftentimes I found myself falling in and out of love with orchestra, but a lot of you guys constantly remind me how much fun it is, how I am there for a reason, how I do love orchestra. Like, I have joined because I have a passion to play with others. So for wills, I will be mailing letters and gifts to underclassmen, but I do want to keep it a surprise until I can deliver them personally. And yeah, so thank you guys. Thank you guys for everything, all the memories that we made. And for those still going to school next year, pro tip, make the most out of every day and live in the moment. Well, plan for the future, but live in the moment, because as a senior in quarantine, you don't wait till second semester senior year to have fun. Bye, guys.